how are you? I hope this video finds you well. I am on my way to teach my meditation class. This is the third class of the semester, and this class we're going to be doing a body scan. So usually my first few classes are setting the foundation for a good meditation practice. One, which is grounding practice. We did that the first two classes, and now we're going to be moving to the body scan meditation and learning how to get in touch with our bodies and what they're feeling, and just have that awareness. This way, as you deepen your meditation practice, you are at the same time deepening your self-awareness. And it's very important, especially when you're starting to meditate, or you're even, maybe you have experience with meditation, but you just want to get more disciplined with it and make it more a bigger part of your life, or devote more time to it and become more disciplined. It's important to know how to ground yourself. It's important to know what your energy feels like. It's important to get in touch with your body and make that connection to your physical body, where your emotions are, and make the connection with what's happening with you physically. Because a lot of times we do hold emotions in different areas of our bodies, in our muscles, in our joints, in our organs. And routinely doing a body scan just lets you, connect and see, hey, checking in with your physical body, your temple, right? How is my temple doing? Where do I feel stressed? Where do I feel tension? Do I feel anything here? Do I feel a stuckness sensation, or do I feel tingling, or just having that awareness, and then breathing into that area, and not judging anything about the exercise. So that's what I'm doing tonight with my students. And a lot's been happening in my life, and I've done a million videos that I've never posted, and it's been one long one. Oh, so much. There's just so much. Part of self-care can be a meditation practice. Just like I said, to deepen your self-awareness, to know where your energy begins and ends, becoming more in tune with that. Because once you discern where your energy stops and starts, you can then move forward and feel, when you're taking on something that doesn't belong to you. And then you can work to release that, or protect yourself, shield yourself. Anyhow, my life has been a little bit cuckoo. A lot of things happening, and I'm sure whoever is listening to this message, I'm sure a lot's happening with you. I feel like this whole past year and a half has been a very expansive yet tumultuous time for a lot of us, because many things that have been put under the, many things lingering under the surface have come up, and sometimes abruptly, for us to heal and deal with. And a lot of it's our own internal stuff. Also, a lot of shift is happening. Like, you know how they say, like, shit happens, like shift happens, and then the landscape of our lives starts to look a little different. Things move out and then change, sometimes suddenly, sometimes gradually, sometimes so slowly we don't notice it until the change is, like, you know, enough for us to notice. You know, people float out of our lives, people float in. We change our living arrangements, we move physically, or we change jobs, or, you know, we lose a job, or, you know, just a lot of things I feel have been happening for us collectively for the past year and a half, and the energy comes in waves of heaviness and lightness, and then somewhere in between, it's just riding those waves and doing the best that you can, and staying committed to your healing process, but also not judging yourself or anyone else on this journey, because it's very difficult, you know, to remain centered and in your heart space when you are processing a lot of generational trauma, and you are you know, I don't like to, there's like buzzwords that happen, and I don't like labels, so it's like generational curse breaker. Yeah, maybe you're the person in your family who is like, this pattern has gone on long enough, and I just don't want to be a part of it anymore. I just don't want to be a part of this dysfunction, and for me, that's like my thing. I see it in myself, I see the dysfunction in myself, and I'm appalled by it at times, but I try to be gentle with myself, but at the same time, it's like, enough is enough. You know, the scapegoat in my family, I've noticed that I do that, like in other areas of my life, I've been the scapegoat as well. Update to my health. I'm doing all right. I'm in the process of a rebirth of my whole entire, I don't know, body, lineage. I don't know. It just feels bigger than me in this little body, and this little life on, you know, this little blue dot that's hurling itself through space. It just feels big, and I'm doing my best. I have to go in for my yearly physical and see where I'm at with my D and B12 deficiencies. I that got fixed. I treated my SIBO, my small intestine bacterial overgrowth. I'm due to go back in for a colonoscopy to check out, if you've watched any of my other videos, to check out where that polyp, they took I had a second colonoscopy, and my gastroenterologist tattooed the area where the other doctor took the polyp out. So I don't really have any news about that. I had a endoscopy, and they found 5 polyps. Everything was benign. I just had, I have 2 cysts on my thyroid, which I just had a biopsy for. Right through my neck, man. Needles right through my neck. That was terrifying. Like, I don't know, 7 or 8 needles in my neck. Those, that came back also benign. So I'm doing well, but at the same time, other things have happened. I got back together with my ex. Things have been tumultuous there. During my whole thing with SIBO, now I'm just this is probably TMI, but I've only slept with one man my whole entire life, and I've been only with this man, and we've been together for 28 I don't know how many years, but we broke up for 5. We broke up for 5 because things were too toxic for me, and there was cheating involved, and I had to leave. And then in 2022, he almost died in a house fire. I had this cancer thing going on, and we got back together, and with promises that everything would be different, and all of this nonsense. Not nonsense, I don't want to say nonsense, and all of the hoopla that goes along with, oh my God, we'll reconnect and we'll make this better than it was. And there's, he's not totally at fault. Of course, there's, I take my responsibility for my part in the dynamics of our relationship that were unhealthy. However, so we got back together in January 2023, and then I was on my SIBO, antibiotics, and then right after I finished the doses of that, I was on doing a probiotics. I was on a special diet. My gut was finally healing, and then we slept together for the first time, and then I got an STD. So we slept together for the first time in all those years. I got an STD, and luckily it was able to be cured with antibiotics. However, I had to take 4 courses of antibiotics because I had a yeast infection along with that, and I just had to take these antibiotics, and it totally destroyed my gut microbiome all over again. So anyway, then his mother got really sick, and then she died, and then my cat passed away right before Christmas last year, and my mom just had surgery. My father is doing all right, but he has his own health issues. So this whole past, since, I don't know, it's been rough, and I have been on a burnout. I've been burning out slowly, and not really getting myself back to where I'm okay, but I'm starting to finally do that, and I've learned a lot, and I am ready to come out of hiding now and share, and also bring folks along on my journey to taking care of myself and things that I'm doing, and getting healthy. And healthy, I mean healthy mentally, healthy physically, healthy emotionally. And I just feel like I want to document all of that, and maybe it will help other people. And that's my story. So yes, I'm on my way to school. I work 2 jobs, and I'm going to teach meditation. If you're going through hard times and you just don't feel like yourself, try not to be so judgmental on, or hard on yourself. It's been very difficult times, really since the pandemic. We're all experiencing some form of PTSD from that, and just try to be as gentle with yourself as possible, but don't let yourself off easy either. It is a balance of learning, more about yourself, and checking yourself, and owning your shit, and, not always placing the blame on something outside of you. Although sometimes, hey, it is other people, but sometimes it's you too. That's been the chunk of stuff that I've been learning. Yes, sometimes people are awful. Sometimes you get betrayed, but sometimes you betray yourself. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes in the situation it's you. That's adding to an unhealthy dynamic, and the only way to really heal and to grow is to accept and look at yourself too, and understand yourself better. This way you can undo unhealthy patterns and habits and heal the things that are holding you back from living the life that you want and the life that you deserve to live, and a life full of peace and fulfillment, and not feeling like you need to run away from your life. You like to be comfortable living in your life and not feeling like you need an escape from it, which is how I've felt for God knows. I have this like fantasy in my mind of running away from everything and everyone and just disappearing into the woods somewhere and having a fairy cottage and like almost like just like living in the woods and having like 5 cats and communing with nature for the rest of my life and being away from society. That's like, I have this dream about it, but anyway, can't, we need each other too, you know what I mean? We need to have a community. So I know that there's people out there that will hear this, that will listen to this, and I just want you to know that you're not alone and you're doing a great job, and it's not easy being human, especially in times like these. So if you're out there and you're living and you're doing the, you're just breathing and you keep getting up every day and trying, I'm really proud of you, and I know how hard that can be. So, all right, I'm gonna post this one. All right, I'm posting this because I've already made like literally, I don't know, there's many videos, and every time I do it, I'm gonna post it, and then I don't post it, and it just didn't feel like the right time. This now feels like the right time, and since this Pisces full moon eclipse, wow, man, woohoo, masks are falling off and things are being brought into the light, and it is beneficial. So hold on to that, and yeah, alright, toodaloo. I'll catch you next time, and I'll update probably, I don't know, next week, some kind of schedule. I gotta think about how I want to do it, about sharing my journey and all of that, and bringing everyone along with me. I almost kind of want to do, like, if I'm working out, do live workouts or live walks, like come walk with me, or I don't know. I'm mulling it all around in my mind. Let me know if there's anything that you'd be interested in, and I'll take all of those suggestions into consideration. Really. Coming out of the dark. That Gloria Estefan song. Finally see the light now, shining on me. That's how I feel. And I hope that if you're not feeling that you will feel that. Okay. Enjoy your evening or your day. I don't know when you'll see this or when it'll post, but it's getting posted. All right. Love you.